These photographs were taken in 1950 by Life magazine photographer Ed Clark, who received a call from a friend at 20th Century Fox, informing him that they had just signed the budding actress. These photos of Marilyn offer a glimpse into the early days of the pop culture icon's career, when the young actress had no idea what she would become in the future. In a 1999 interview, Clark described the photo shoot this way: "She was almost unknown then, so I was able to spend a lot of time shooting her. We went to Griffith Park, which is in Los Angeles, and she was reading poetry. I sent some pictures to the Life editorial staff, but they told me, who the hell is Marilyn Monroe? Why would we print pictures of her in our pages?" When her contract with Columbia ended, Monroe went back to modeling. She starred in a Pabst beer commercial and posed nude for Tom Kelly for John Baumgart's calendars, using the pseudonym Mona Monroe at the time. She also soon met and became a protege and mistress of Johnny Hyde, vice president of the William Morris Agency. Through Hyde, Monroe landed small roles in several films, including two critically acclaimed works: the Joseph Mankiewicz drama All About Eve and the John Huston noir film The Asphalt Jungle. Although her screen time in the latter was only a few minutes, she received a mention in photoplay and, according to biographer Donald Spoto, effectively transformed herself from a movie model to a serious actress. In December 1950, Hyde negotiated a 7-year contract for Monroe with 20th Century Fox. Under its terms, Fox could not renew the contract every year. Hyde died of a heart attack just days later, leaving Monroe devastated. In 1951, Monroe had supporting roles in 3 moderately successful Fox comedies: quote, As Young as You Feel, Love Nest, and Let's Make It Legal. According to Spoto, all 3 films showed her essentially as a sexual embellishment, but Monroe also received some praise from critics. Bosley Crowther of the New York Times called her superb in As Young as You Feel, and the Los Angeles Daily News called her one of the brightest promising actresses for her role in Love Nest. Her popularity with the public also grew. She received several thousand fan letters a week, and the Army newspaper Stars and Stripes declared her Miss Cheesecake of 1951, reflecting the preferences of soldiers in the Korean War. In February 1952, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association named Monroe Best Aspiring Actress. Quote, In her personal life, Monroe had a brief relationship with director Elia Kazan and brief affairs with several other men, including director Nicholas Ray and actors Yul Brynner and Peter Lawford. In early 1952, she began a highly publicized affair with retired New York Yankees baseball star Joe DiMaggio, one of the most famous sports figures of the era. Monroe found herself at the center of a scandal in March 1952 when she publicly stated that she had posed nude for a calendar in 1949. The studio learned of the photos and the fact that she was rumored to have been a model a few weeks earlier, and with Monroe decided that in order not to damage her career, it was best to come clean about them, emphasizing that she was broke at the time. This strategy generated public sympathy for Monroe and increased interest in her films, for which she now received top marks. 3 of Monroe's films, Clash by Night, Don't Bother to Knock, and We're Not Married, were released shortly thereafter to capitalize on public interest. Despite her newfound popularity as a sex symbol, Monroe also wanted to showcase her acting skills. She began taking acting lessons from Mikhail Chekhov and studied mime with Lot Gosler. In the first drama of Fritz Lang, with Barbara Stanwyck in the title role, she played a fish cannery worker. To get into the role, Monroe spent some time in a fish cannery in Monterey. She received positive reviews for the role. The Hollywood Reporter stated that she deserved lead role status because of her superb acting, and Variety wrote that she had an ease of performance that would quickly make her famous. During this period, Monroe developed a reputation for being difficult to work with, a reputation that worsened as her career progressed. She was often late or didn't show up at all, couldn't remember her lines, and required several takes before she was satisfied with her performance. Her dependence on her acting coaches, Natasha Lytis and Ben Paula Strasberg, also irritated directors. Monroe's problems have been attributed to a combination of perfectionism, low self-esteem, and stage fright. She didn't like the lack of control on set, and she never ran into such problems during photo shoots, in which she could have more influence over her performance and could be more spontaneous than when she had to follow a script.